It's really something that's been in the news, and less lately, and I think it probably should be something of an issue and a concern for us now. And so in investigating this area, I want to first give you a disclaimer. I am no expert on genetic engineering of food, but I am a scientist, and so I did what scientists do, and that is I did some research. And in doing the research, I tried to find information to give you that is, well, I tried to be unbiased as I began. It became harder to stay unbiased, but I'm trying to give you all of the information that I can. Now, as a good scientist, of course, the first thing I did was go to Google. No, I really did go to Google. No, the first place I went was my textbook. So my intro biology textbook had a very good explanation of the mechanics of how things are genetically engineered. So I'm going to start with that. And then I went to Google. And so on Google, I found what the buzz is, what the issues are, what the sides are. The problem with Google, and this is what I always tell my students, is you can't stop there, because anyone can put information there. And most of the time, it's either non-experts or it's people who have an interest. And so there's both sides. There's people who are there to make a profit from genetic engineering, and there are the people who are on the other side, opposed to genetic engineering. So then I dug a little deeper, and so I went to some of the science sources and some of the original research that was done in order to get down to the bottom of what's really going on and what the issues really are. Because there's a lot of myths, a lot of information on both sides. So first I'll give you the mechanics, then I'll give you what's out there, and then try to separate from truths from myths. And so I thought this was funny. This is that, I remember when I was growing up, they had these Goosebumps books, Attack of the Mutant Food. I'm sorry to give the talk from back here, but I really like control, and I have to have control of the little buttons. That's why I'm back in the corner here. So these are real transgenic organisms. The fish in the front is a normal-sized salmon, and the one in the back is a genetically engineered salmon to mature, grow faster, mature younger, in order to increase production of salmon. The little glowing fish are real, not a myth, and they are little fish that will glow in the dark under UV light in your aquarium, and you can purchase these in some states. They've been not allowed in other states, but they do glow in the dark, and you wonder, well, why did they do that? Originally, it wasn't for the pet trade. It was in order to use, to be able to find something that they had inserted into the fish, and so it was a marker. And so the fish that had this then would glow in the dark, and the ones that didn't wouldn't glow in the dark. But now they sell them as pets. There's a lot of, I guess, hype and a lot of concern over how far this will go. Are we going to end up with a potato, carrot, bat, fish, cow? Well, some of the reality is just as scary. Here is a pre-plucked chicken, a chicken that grows no feathers. Yeah, and these are real. This is a genetically engineered chicken that has few or no feathers on it so that they don't have to be plucked for the market. There are a lot of other alterations to food animals that are made, big giant cows. There are also some things that are not real. That is a cow, cat, or something which is not real. So when you are on Google and you see all these fantastical images of things, make sure that they're not, a Photoshop contest, because there were a lot of those on there. This is real, okay? These are square watermelons, but they're not genetically engineered. These are made in Japan, and they're grown in a little box in order for them to be little cubes, and they cost like a bunch of money each, like $28 a watermelon or something like that. So I guess they can't do the feet anymore, so now they went to defenseless watermelons and made them square. So these are not genetically engineered, and the square tomatoes are also not, I think they're not real.